We begin our meditation today. Let's center our consciousness in the present moment, being in the now and being here. Let's begin with the awareness that the divine, the infinite divine, the divine of infinite qualities, is expressing in and through our limited being. Let's begin with that awareness. The divine is at the source of our very existence. And we, the ego, is a limited expression of that infinite divine. The goal of our meditation is to make that connection with this infinite divine within us and seek to keep it as a continuous awareness. Meditation is uncovering our true or divine self. To do that, the ego has to become humble. You need to go beyond all thought patterns, all identification with limitation. As much as you can, detach from them when they appear. They are created forms in your consciousness, energetic forms, so they have life. You have given them life. So hold the awareness of that infinite divine at the very core of your being. And hold the possibility that there is more awareness within you than you're currently manifesting. There's more awareness. There's more power. There's more love. There's more peace. Hold that awareness continuously through your meditation. And let the ego seek to center deeper and deeper within its own nature, seeking to uncover its higher self, higher purpose. Use the breath. As breath is life, it's driven by prana, life force that comes from the divine essence. And the breath also brings oxygen to the body for its physical survival. Learn how to use the breathing masterfully in your meditation. Don't neglect it. Be continuously aware of it. As you give attention to the breath, begin by breathing out. Slowly, completely, consciously. And breathing in slowly and deeply. Remember the rules of breathing. Open the belly to breathe in. Open the chest to breathe in. Breathe into the throat, expanding the shoulders. And then take your attention up into the brain, to the third eye, and as far as you can go into the head space. And then breathe out. Slowly bring your attention down the body to the navel as you breathe out completely in the belly. and take your attention down to the root of the perineum area. And pause at the end of the out breath and pause at the end of the in breath. These are reminders to you of how to use breath effectively in your meditation. And there must be silence in every breath. And you can use every breath as a tool for awakening more love within you as you breathe into the chest, connecting with the heart energy center. You can bring more vitality to the core of your body as you breathe into the belly, connecting to the navel center, the fire center. You can bring more silence into your being by breathing into the throat as you expand the shoulders. And you can bring more focusing power as you take your attention to the third eye point. And you can bring more consciousness by breathing deeply into the third eye point, into the head, up to the crown. No force, allowing that divine self within you to pull you within. Learn to work with the universe. No force. Seeking to find that inner pull that comes from the divine. It is there. The power of grace is amazing. It's always there. Stay in the silence with me. And remember, we are connected in the divine. Doesn't matter where you are across our world today. Our souls are connected without separation. You exist in me, I exist in you. As souls, existing in one divine source. Our minds are in the divine. Our hearts are in the divine. Our vitality is in the divine. One source. Let's meet in the source. Come to the center. That's where we meet. I'm with you. You're with me. Stay in that connection and let meditation happen. Remember, no force. Seek to experience that pull inside of you that takes you within, that shows you how to breathe. The breathing will become spontaneous. Relax, let go of the ego. And gently seek to connect to that infinite divine within you. I'm with you. Stay with me, very conscious, very silent, and practice the things that work for you. Repeat a mantra if it arises in the mind. Stay in the silence if that feels comfortable. Follow the breath if you feel moved to. Stay with the belly breathing if you find it revitalizing. Stay with the heart breath if it invokes more love within your being. Stay with the throat breath if more silence is invoked as you go there. And open up to all possibilities. Just observe the space you're in, the silence, the peacefulness. The nourishing quality of the space. That's where your power lies. In that space. Hold it precious to you. That you'll want to continue to revisit this space. If the connection goes. But if you can stay there continuously, that will be the goal. Just breathe deeply now, bringing back the consciousness of the gross body, the body's weight, the warmth of the body, the presence of the earth, the air, the light and the heat, the space, and the water element. Bring your consciousness back to the gross elements of nature. And from the depth of your soul, welcome the external world. It's meant for the unfolding of your soul's consciousness. Welcome your world around you. Breathe deeply of the air. Welcome the light, the physical light. Welcome the space that you can move in. Welcome the presence of water, precious water. And the strength of the earth. Let's come back to that consciousness of the external world. Breathe deeply into the body once more. The physical senses become more energized. And let's hold the intention to stay connected to the divine within our being, even as we engage in the activities of the world around us. Let's affirm that together. I center my consciousness in the source of my being, the God within me. That source of infinite peace, love, goodness, wisdom, and vitality. I stay centered there, that may every thought, word, and action, as I engage in activity, be a blessing to my world, be a source of light. I give thanks for all the blessings I receive from the universe. And I pray to continue to be worthy. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome everyone and welcome to our Sunday meeting, conversation, talk. The goal would be to keep that awareness of the source of your being, even as you engage in activity. Meditation is not meant to run away from the world. to deny the world. Meditation is to continue to seek the very source of our being, to uncover it, and to allow it to manifest in everything that we do. So the external world is not in conflict with the internal. They are both aspects of the same experience, a divine experience. So we need to integrate what we have gained in the meditation into daily living. In fact, the test of how much you've learned, how much you've grown, is seen through your activities in the world. So isn't it extremely important to be able to test how much you've grown? To walk the talk? And like I've been saying, don't run away from your world. As oppressive or depressing as it may be, the world is the playground of the divine. For me, God is not an object. God is not a murti or a statue. God is not an idea in my head. God is not a picture. As much as we want to put God in forms and worship, that's not the God that I know. Of course, I love all these icons of worship and what they stand for, but that is not God. It's a symbol. A symbol. The map is not the territory. You can't look at a map and learn geography and the rest and think that you know the territory. No, absolutely not. The map is not the territory. You have to actually go to the place that the map represents. The map is symbolic. It gives basic understanding of where this place is and what it's like. But the experience of being there will bring you into a total realization of what this place is. So we can be given all kind of road maps to divinity, but unless we use them, we don't praise them and worship them. Or this book is so great, or this mantra is so great, or this picture is so beautiful. No. The experience of, you need to go to the experience. You need to become each one of them. Whatever you worship, you need to become it. That is the reason why you adore it. You worship it. Because it is telling you of what you are or what can be, your possibilities. You need to become that. And so the only God I know is the power that lies within me. And in uncovering that, I discovered it's the same power that lies in the heart of everything. It is behind the force of darkness, and it is behind the force of light. So I don't deny the darkness. I don't condemn it. I see it as a divine force that challenges us to come into the light and to bring balance. I don't deny my world. I see it as an absolutely beautiful challenge to bring light into. As dark as my world will be, especially in this yuga, it does not faze me. I love my world, regardless of what it is. As cruel and as kind as it can be, I know it's only a masquerade of the divine. How can you hate anyone You look at the life of the Christ, this marvelous teacher. Look at how he lived. He never cursed anyone except a fig tree. And he did it out of play. He was the absolute manifestation of humility, love, and strength, and wisdom. We need to become that. Those are the possibilities that we have within our own being. These beings are meant to inspire us to become like they are. And we have that opportunity in every test that we face in daily life. No complaint. Absolutely no complaint. If it is rainy today, if there's COVID around. Absolutely no complaint. Why is the universe giving me this challenge? And what tools do I have to meet with it? It's my universe. Darkness and light together. Once you come into the human world, you're going to meet pleasure and pain. How can you treat with both equally? The Bhagavad Gita says, Samatvam Yoga Uchte. Yoga, this beautiful state, is even-mindedness or equipoise or equanimity. You treat both alike. So don't deny the darkness when it visits. As painful as it may be, the divine is masquerading in a dark suit. But if you bring the light into it, you'll begin to see, it will expose itself, that behind it is the light. All the people you have issues with, they're absolutely divine. The egos, perhaps, challenge you, but they are absolutely divine. So why don't you meet the ego challenge with the divine part of you, rather than your ego in conflict? Why don't you meet it with the divine part of you? Where there is hatred, let me bring love. So the entire world is the playground of the divine. See the divine and nothing else as much as you can. And even if you can't experience it yet, acknowledge it. Hold it as a possibility yet to be realized. And strive to realize it. Strive to lift the veil that covers your consciousness. You are divine. You are divine. The Vedas of the Hindus, the holy books, said, Aham Brahmasmi. That my eye is nothing but the divine in expression. However limited it may be, it is divine in expression. Let me hold that truth. Aham Brahmasmi. What did Jesus say? Be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is. Be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is. Don't ever forget that. As much as you can, know that the divine is with you at all times. You may not be conscious of it. You may even deny it in your ignorance, but the divine continues to be with you. And like the prodigal son, always waiting for the ego to come back. The divine Father is always waiting for that prodigal ego to come back into its fold and to realize where the true treasure is. It's home. When will you come home? When will you come home to your divine self? When will you come home, O seeker? When will you come home? Home awaits you with everything that is precious. When will you come home? That divine call is ever echoing in the darkness, in the wilderness of our being. When will you come home? Come home, come home. So God exists within you as you, as Baba Muktananda would say. Baba Nityananda, the heart is the hub of all sacred places. Go and roam there. Baba Nityananda. It's right within you. So before I wish you a happy Sunday, we have the opportunity to meet again with Zoom. Not Facebook, not YouTube, but with Zoom. For a global conversation with me. Today at 3 p.m. Trinidad and Tobago's time. I look forward to seeing you. And those of you who may be on Facebook or may be on YouTube at the moment, and you're seriously interested, you have to come on Zoom. You need the Zoom link. If you have not found it yet, you can find it if you write to info@blue-star.org. Or you can write to conversations@blue-star.org. Prabha, who is our coordinator, she's in Holland at the moment, she will respond to all your emails. The only thing is, these conversations are dedicated to the true seeker. If you consider yourself one, come meet the challenge of growing a little more by joining our conversations. Looking forward to seeing you. Have a blessed day, everyone. My soul bows to you. Namaskar.